What's up guys, Pensunshade8505 here. Take a look at these two engines here. They look like they could be from the same set, right? Well, if you said yes, well, you would actually be wrong. These two are actually from two different sets, though both sets that they're from are very similar. I, for the longest time, thought that these were from, the same set, or this engine here that I'm holding in my right hand was like an add-on engine for the set. But these are actually for two different sets. And they both came with a very similar set of passenger cars. So let's take a look at it today. Today we're going to take a look at an amalgamation of two different sets. The Lionel War Bonnet set from 1997 and the Lionel Super Chief set from 1995. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Grab a drink, grab a snack if you'd like, and we're going to take a look at this amalgamation of two different sets. Now, before we begin this video, I have a project that I want to work on, but I need your guys' help for it. I want to make a video comprising of a bunch of your guys' video ideas. So you guys can give me your wackiest and wildest ideas. Just give me ideas of stuff that you want to see, and I will put them together in a video and, put it out there. And heck, if there's an idea that I can flesh out enough, I may even make it into a full-length video. So give me your guys' ideas. You can put them in the comments section down below here. I'll also have a community post, and there's always the suggestions part of the Discord server. Link to join the Discord server is in the description down below. So with that, let's get back to the video. Now here's the whole consist together. Now this is actually an amalgamation of two sets. This engine and these three passenger cars all come from the 6-11929 Santa Fe War Bonnet set made between 1997 and 1999. And this engine here comes from the 6-11739 Santa Fe Super Chief set made between 1993 and 1995. Now you can call me stupid all you want for not realizing that these engines weren't actually made to go together. I mean, it should be kind of obvious because, the engines are two different heights, but you have to cut me some slack here because if you look on the boxes, they both come with passenger cars that look extremely similar. So yeah, you got to cut me a little bit of slack here. So anyway, now I've had this set in my collection for quite some time now. My grandpa actually got this when I was quite little. I never really realized that these were actually not supposed to go together. And kind of the weird thing about this too is that this engine is actually supposed to be a powered unit, but at some point, both motors were removed. Why? I have no clue. But anyway, let's take a look at everything in this set. We'll start off from the locomotive of the Santa Fe Super Chief set. Now, as you can see here, it has a rather simplified version of the War Bonnet scheme, missing the yellow stripe that usually divides the red and silver segments of the paintwork. As well, we have the number 8913 and the Santa Fe logo going across here. Now, this is one of the taller versions of the Alco FA that Lionel makes, where it has the sheet metal frame exposed underneath the plastic body. And this also uses the EMD style trucks seen originally on the Lionel F3s, though these are plastic and have been simplified a little bit. Looking at the front of the locomotive, as we can see, we have a nice crisp Santa Fe logo at the front here. We have a operating headlight and the cab interior is also illuminated. We also have a operating knuckle coupler up front, and if we can open it like that, it is plastic, it's not metal. We also have lighted number boards, which don't have numbers in them. And if you look closely as well, on the window insert, there are windshield wipers molded into the plastic there. Getting a better look at the side detailing on this locomotive, we have two molded in doors, neither of these open. They have molded in grab irons around them with molded in door handles. We have the venting here, which again is molded in, you can't see it. And the windows are filled, so you're not able to see through the windows. And as well, we have some fuel tank detailing down here, but it's not a full fuel tank. It's just some pieces that are made to kind of look like it from when you're going by fast on the track. At the rear end of the locomotive, we have a single dummy O-gauge coupler that just kind of swings freely. We have a molded in door, again, does not open with the body screw there. We have some nice molded in detailing around the door and some kind of ornamental ribbing going up the sides alongside the door there. If we look at the top side of the locomotive, we have a separately applied metal horn and some nice molded in rivet detailing. We have a cooling fan here. There's the exhaust. And yeah, the detailing on the top of the locomotive looks really nice. Now here's something that may actually shock you about this engine. This engine actually is a dual motored engine having two can motors, one per truck. Each truck has two pickup rollers for a total of four, so it's got a good electrical footprint, and having those two motors, it's going to be able to pull a lot. It also gets a little bit of help having better traction to the rails with two traction tires per motor. And as well, underneath here, we have the E-unit lockout lever. Moving on to the next locomotive, I actually made a discovery for this engine. This engine actually is not the original engine for the War Bonnet set. This is actually the add-on non-powered locomotive that was to go with the War Bonnet set. The War Bonnet set actually came with an engine numbered 212, not 211. This number 211 engine is the non-powered locomotive with a horn. Now, the powered locomotive that is supposed to go with the War Bonnet set does have a skirt that goes all the way down and does not have a front coupler. And it is black, unlike on the box, where the box depicts it having this red skirt. Both the powered and non-powered locomotives have this black skirt instead. So yeah, this is supposed to go with the War Bonnet set, but it is the add-on engine, not the powered unit. Now, since this does use the same Alco FA tooling as the engine in the Santa Fe Super Chief set, I'm not going to go into as much detail, but there are some differences with this engine and the other engine. For starters, this engine uses trucks more similar to the trucks used on the original Alco FAs released in the post-war era, which, fun fact, those engines use trucks that were originally used on the EMD NW2 switchers, which, yes, both this engine and the other engine both use trucks of EMD origin. As well, this engine has the Santa Fe name in a slightly different font. This one is a little, the letters themselves are a little more stretched out, but they're not as spaced out as much. As well, we have a 3-digit number instead of a 4-digit number. As well, we have this built by Lionel stamping here. As well, the holes are, well, there are holes for the windows on the side of the locomotive. Now, you may notice as well, this is missing the lenses for the number boards, which is a little unfortunate, but, you know, it's not a big deal. A couple differences on the rear as well. As you can see, there's no body screw on the rear end of the locomotive. As well, the coupler, while still being a dummy O-gauge coupler, it is now sprung, so it'll spring back to the centered position. We'll now move on to the passenger cars. These are of the 027 Streamlined variety. which their tooling dates back to the post-war era. Now, all three of these cars come from the War Bonnet set. So starting off with the Combine car here, we have this beautiful metallic silver paint all around the car. As well, we have a matte red stripe that goes along the length of the car going around the windows. We have the Santa Fe name going across the top here, as well as the car name, this one being Thoriu, I think that's how you say it, as well as the car number 2407. That's not the actual model number, that's just the car number that they gave it. And if you look at the window inserts, they have silhouettes of people on the inside, and at the baggage area, they have like this kind of like blinds kind of look to it. There's a lot of nice molded in rivet detailing. The baggage door does not open, but it does have a little grab iron molded in there. And we also have the passenger door here. Unlike the early post-war versions, the window is just filled in, so there's no light going to be showing through, there's no window insert for it. It's just molded in, but there's some nice molded in detailing around it as well. As well, we have these post-war style Timken trucks that were used that were similar to the ones used on the post-war cars. As well, there are operating knuckle couplers on both ends of the car. Here's a better look at one of the ends of the cars. As you can see, it's kind of simple. We have a molded in door that does not open, a couple grab irons here and there, some nice rivet detailing, and a little bit of detailing up top here. And here's a better look at that operating knuckle coupler, which does open, but of course, the older these couplers get, the more finicky they get. But yeah. Up top, the detailing is simple, having some hatches here and here, as well as this little box here. We have 3 circles molded in across the top. As well, always on the side closer to the door, we have these, what I believe to be vents here and here. As well, we have a row of grab irons going along the top here. Again, these details here are always above the doors on the car. And here's a look at one of the undersides of the cars. As you can see, it has a good amount of detail. We have the Lionel name there, as well as Mount Clemens, Michigan, and a number here, 48043. I believe that's the tooling number. We have holes here for the wires to get to the light bulbs that light up the interior. As well, on the trucks, we have a pickup roller per truck. And as well on the ends, we have the body screw there and a body screw there. The next car we have here is the Vista Dome car. This car is number 2404 and is named Tucumcari. Again, I believe that's how you say it. Now, it has some quite similar detailing, except now it has this dome here, which this white insert inside does actually let light through. Now, there are no silhouettes of people up here, which I do understand why they don't do that, because if you were to put silhouettes of people in the windows here, you would have to do them up top too, and it would look kind of weird having 2 silhouettes of the same person relatively close together. As well, you'd have to put silhouettes here and here, and it would just be a lot of printing chaos. And if you look on the inside here, it looks like there's more people in here, which I guess would kind of make sense. A lot of people would want to get up into the dome and stuff. And it also has some blinds printing in the center here. And it looks quite nice overall. The end detailing and underside detailing and some of the roof detailing is all the same, but it is a nice car. Now we finally have the observation car here. This car is number 2406 and named Tehachapi. It is a nice way to round out the set. It has a nice rounded end. We got a marker light there. We have some marker lights here, which on the originals had little gems inside, but later on they removed those, so they just have these housings now. And the windows silhouettes actually look pretty good inside. If we look inside the car, it looks like there might be a bar inside because we have some people here drinking. Here's a better look at the rounded end of the observation car. There's that marker light up top, which has a clear lens in it, and in theory should have light pass through it. It doesn't always pass through, but you know, the thought is there. We also have a silhouette in the window here. We also have a Lionel logo for the drum head as well. There is a molded in coupler here. It's not functional, and it's a little more scale size, but you know, it looks all right. One thing that does kind of bug me with this car though is that the stripe doesn't go across the door here. I don't know why they didn't do that. My guess is, you know, limitations with the printing, but you know, it would be nice if the stripe kind of went across the door here as well. Another little fun detail with this car is that there's actually some antenna detailing going along the length of the car as well up top. Now that we've taken a look at everything in this kind of amalgamation of sets, let's take this train for a spin around the layout. There you have it, folks. I will say this is kind of an interesting little amalgamation of two different sets plus a add-on engine. And this was all made in a relatively close time frame. I mean, the engine from the Super Chief set and the cars from the War Bonnet set, they only had a 2-year time gap between the last run of the Super Chief and the first run of the War Bonnet. Plus having this add-on engine with the horn, you know, adds a little more oomph to the set. Do I see this as one of the best sets that I have? No. But does it look good and, you know, is a good runner? Yeah. I like to run this train every now and again. What do you guys think? I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like. If you want to see more of what I do, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you never miss an upload. As well, if you know of anybody who may like this video, share it with them as well. If you have any thoughts you want to share, put them in the comment section down below. And don't forget, I want your guys' video ideas. Put those in the comment section down below as well. Again, there's the link to the community post as well as the Discord server in the description down below. And with that, I hope you all have a wonderful day. This will be Penn Century 8505, out.